Welcome to the Advise Show, media with a common sense approach. So a lot of people on social media is upset with Lil Wayne because he went on Undisputed and he did an interview with Skip Bayless and he was discussing racism. Let's go and roll the clip.
And these issues. So step back from all of it. I know this is a very broad question, but where are we in the United States of America in race relations and what you see from day to day in your life?
Skip, they wouldn't want to ask me that. They wouldn't want my answer to represent it because God knows I have been nothing but blessed. My whole path, these 33 years have been nothing but a blessing. I have never, never is a strong word, I've never dealt with racism, and I'm glad I didn't have to. And I don't know if it's because of my blessings, I don't know if it's, but it is my reality. So I would have to say, not only did I thought it was over, I still believe it's over, but obviously it isn't.
So you've never experienced any offensive behavior from any other color or?
No, sir.
Wow. But you are blessed with me. I remember one time I saw you after you had done a concert, I think it was in Westchester, different kind of neighborhood, but I asked you what the racial breakdown was of your audience. Do you remember this? And you told me the only black face you could see in the whole audience was your makeup artist. I believe that's what you said, and she was in the front row, right? A lot of white kids love rap.
Yes.
Explain that. What does that say to you? What's the message of it? What's the bigger picture of it?
I don't want to be bashed because I don't want to sound like I'm on the wrong if there is a side, but I thought that was clearly a message that there was no such thing as racism. That's what I thought that was.
Okay.
That was a perfect example. When I look out and I come up off the stage, when I'm coming out the bottom of the stage of my show, when I'm on tour, and I'm in my stance or whatever, and I open my eyes and I see everybody. I don't have this type of crowd or that type of crowd. My crowd has always been everybody, thank God. And that's all I can answer for.
See, I had to watch the entire clip before I gave my opinion on it, because if I had only watched one segment of it, I would have had a totally different opinion about it. But the thing is, in a way, I can almost relate to Lil Wayne, because I grew up as a military child. And so I've always been around different races. And when you grow up in that type of experience where you deal with people from all over the world, from different walks of life, and we all kind of have one thing in common, is that our parents all live on base. And so we didn't really see color. We didn't really see black or white. We were all just kids, just trying to make it and just trying to deal with living in, from place to place. So I kind of understand why he feels the way he feels, because he's never really had the same experience that a lot of black people have had. He's always had this thing where it's like, when he opens his eyes, when he gets on stage, he looks around and he doesn't just see black people. And he's never really been in an environment where he's had to deal with racism in the way that, someone like Phil or someone that's not grown up in that type of privileged upbringing would have.
Well, see, the thing what people don't understand, and like I said, that's why I wanted to make sure to watch the whole thing myself, because everybody is going hard attacking him about the racism thing. But you know me, I'll be quick to fire off when I see, it is what it is. But his situation, I remember when Wayne came out back, with the Cash Money and doing bling bling and all that other stuff. Y'all remember that back in 99 and 98 and all that other stuff. So Wayne got on around 16, 17 years old. Wayne got money around then. So from 17, he's 33 now. He's had money for a hot minute. Then let's say he did grow up in the hood, but you don't really understand the racial implications of why the hood was even created. So he couldn't relate to that too much either. So when he say he really haven't seen racism, when you get a certain amount of money in America, you actually remove from some of the racism. That's why you will say a black person to get a little money, and all of a sudden act like they don't know black people or they change, because you're not really going through the black experience as much. Let's say if you're growing up in the hood, you don't have, much. you have these cops running around the hood knowing you don't have much, no resources to fight them if they try to put some case on you or try to beat you up or whatever, versus when you have some sort of money, then they say, okay, I need to tread a little different. Even though I may not like this black person, no matter I don't like the black person in the hood, but I know this black person with money could probably get me fired, probably could sue, probably got lawyers or whatever. So I need to tread a little lightly with them versus the other one. Now, mind you, you can be all the way up to President Obama and no racism exists. Look at all the names they call President Obama. Look at all the horrible names they called his wife, Michelle. That first lady was the most disrespected first lady ever, and she has created no policy to hurt anybody if you want to go on the angle of policy in Barack Obama. But look how they always talked about this, classy black woman and the first lady of the United States. So yes, it's out there, but the experience of it can minimize just a little bit with success, or either separating yourself to your own community, not dealing with other people. That's how you just maybe minimize a little bit. But to say it doesn't exist, and he was even saying, obviously it does. The other co-host and was telling him about, look at his timeline and stuff like that, which was also in the full clip. We do have different experiences, but Wayne did not have the experiences that say maybe most of us would have here in America, due to him having millions of dollars at his possession. Because when you have all that money like that, people treat you a lot different when you got money versus when you're poor. Trust me on that.
Exactly. It's just his life experience. His life experience was different. So when he says that he doesn't, it's not that he doesn't know that racism exists. It's just maybe it didn't hit him in the same way. So that's kind of why he feels like, yeah, I know it's there, but it's never really been a part of my world. So that's basically what he was saying.
Yeah, that's why we got to make sure to let people's whole statement come out before we kind of just go and attack. Yeah, cherry pick. If you take that little 1 minute clip, it make me go at him too. But I'm not going to do that for the simple fact I heard what he said in full context, and he knew what he was saying. It was like, he knew. So, we got to chill out with that attack when it's time to attack, and fall back and just listen to what another brother or sister actually saying to you, before we do that. Because in the black community, we are so quick to chop each other's head off instead of actually listening sometime to each other. Hit me up in the comments, use the commentaries, subscribe.